Hi all, welcome to another Chess 24 Banter Blitz. It's approaching 11:30. If you want, by the way, a premium membership discount, there's a Black Friday code, I believe, BF2019 on the main site page. So it's if you check out that code, 40% off on premium membership. Hi, also of course, if you just want to use my voucher code, it's 15% off, but that's all the time. I think at the moment there's a 40% off a premium membership discount. There's a Black Friday code, I believe, BF So yeah, a Black Friday code. Okay, let's go to the challenges screen and pick off the first challenge today. I hope audio and visual is okay. Let me know. So the first challenge today, the commutator. Okay, knight c3 maybe. Bit of a surprise weapon. High commutator. So we might go into this kind of thing. Okay. Bishop c4. Have we had this before today? Get a bad position or something from this. I'll put the bishop over here voluntarily because I don't want this d5 with tempo when I'm not able to handle it. For example, knight takes and then d5. I don't want that as a liability on c4. I think castling is okay. This seems a little bit odd, this structure. It seems maybe one square has been weakened, one or two squares have been weakened which didn't need to be. I'm going to put my queen over here. That's a perk of using the f pawn. Clears that diagonal, dangerous diagonal. Okay. So if I played queen h4, so I think a standard hack attack plan is bishop h6, knight g5. So I'll play bishop h6. Or is bishop g5 any good? Bishop g5 seems... Actually, bishop g5 seems remarkably interesting here. I'm wondering, because knight c6, I'm wondering knight d5, how does black resolve that pin in this position? Yeah, maybe that it's good to avoid sometimes a routine move, because sometimes there's a stronger opportunity in the exact position. It seems, yeah, I was originally thinking just going for bishop h6, but I think knight e7 had made this whole pressure on the diagonal a little bit more dangerous for black. By the way, I picked up a new Netflix series, I don't know if any of you have seen it, called Glow, about these female wrestlers. It's absolutely fascinating. Anyone seen it on chat? It's something to check out on Netflix. It's got 8 out of 10. I've been watching that till about 1 last night or more. It's just so compelling. Anyway, so knight takes or bishop takes f6. Bishop f6 is or knight f6. I mean, you know, after king h8 that pawn's pinned anyway, so I think I'll play knight takes f6. On g5 there's queen h6 here, protecting the bishop. Alright, thanks for the game, commentator. Okay, Goggin Paul. Goggin. Hi. So I'm playing this knight c6 here. just streaming. Okay, so knight takes e5, knight g6, knight f6. Is this too routine? Am I playing this too routinely? Well, I can't play d5 here for sure because of the c7, so I'll try and handle that c7. Can I kick this guy back safely? Not with c6 because there was knight takes d6. I wonder, should I press with d5 here? Because this bishop can't easily pin there. It would suppress maybe e4, would it? E4 might be a sort of gambit. Unless, I don't know, after e4, bishop b4? Okay, oh, I'm not sure. e4, bishop b4, I don't have to accept this gambit on e4. Bishop b4 also sort of punishes that knight a bit on being on c3 here, maybe. So e4, bishop b4, ed, knight d5. In fact, here, why can't I... Could I? I wonder if I can just go for the doubling of pawns in any case. It would seem an idea, maybe a doubtful idea, to take on c3 and knight e4. I'm saying doubtful because there's always c4 after undoubling the pawns quickly and giving white the bishop here. This is interesting for knight e5 though. Bishop g4 threatens knight e5. If bishop f6, queen f6, there's a lot of pressure on c3 there. On bishop d4, you know, maybe c5. So actually bishop g4 in this position looks actually rather dangerous. Just to threaten knight takes e5. So just to recap, on bishop f6, queen f6, I don't think queen e5, bishop c3, and everything's hanging, the rook's hanging. So I think bishop g4 here. So I'm immediately threatening knight takes e5. This does break the principle of trying to not move the same piece too many times. On the other hand, queen d4, wow. Okay, things are getting interesting, because there's bishop f6 and queen g4 threatened, as well as this other guy. So there's not actually time for c5 because of bishop f6. Wow. Okay, if I played knight takes e5, there's a few things to mention probably. c5, bishop f6, cd, bishop takes dc, that might be dangerous. Yes, that might be the way to go there. So bishop takes hits my queen, c takes my queen, take the knight. I'm threatening c takes b check and rook takes d8. I think this might be the way to go. Well, there is knight. It's there's knight e4 here. There's also bishop f3. If bishop f6, because otherwise knight takes e5 if g takes. Queen takes f6. That looks pretty bad because g takes does d4. d4. Yeah, I think, you know what, I think I'm going to do that. Threatening this. Well, I could greedily take on f3 here. I greedily take on f3. Well, I don't know, it's just like, doesn't look like there's too much compensation. I have used a lot of time with that calculation though. Calculations. to c6 maybe. If I damage the king side, do I worry about the g file? I'll play g6. Right, it is a bit of a cause for concern, this g file. Although I get a resource rook f2 potentially. But I don't mind an exchange of queens. There's also knight f2 here. I think knight f2, fg and rook g6. I think I'd rather have the queens coming off before doing anything else. But I'm down to 58 seconds. Okay. Let's check here. There's a pin here. Okay, let's just rook d5 to d8. Well, the check is probably dangerous. Oh, 39 seconds. Let's get this guy off. "30 seconds. That pawn was getting dangerous. Do I need this material? It's just getting in the way. Am I kind of blowing it here? Oh man. "23 seconds. I think it's clear enough on taking and then f5. Otherwise, actually I've trapped the king from going back with this pawn. So maybe get the king to do extra leg work. Just about. Yes, pushing me over the edge on the clock here, nearly. Well played. There's a balance, always too much calculation when there's no increment. I just leave myself very, very short time there. Well played. Dangerously short time. I'll try the bishop b4. Trying to provoke this c3. And then I've seen Magnus Carlsen play to here rather than here. I thought that was curious. Okay, so knight f6 and castle. If I castle, I would have bishop g4 coming up. I'm not sure there's anything that special about that, though. f3, bishop h5, the bishop coming back here. I'm not sure. Is there anything that special? Maybe, actually, there is something about this, I believe, with this position. Pressure on e4 is likely, I thought. Okay, for a moment there. I don't want to unleash the f file, wrath of the f file. too quickly. If I had taken that rook, looking at f7, I don't know if this is a bit provocative. Bishop, I mean, there's queen h5, there's g6. I'm hoping I can survive that. If I played bishop f8, I'm threatening d takes. So I think that'll be interesting. Bishop f8, just simply bishop f8 for a moment. Which would actually also liberate the queen, you know, for queen h4. I don't know if the knight's going to come and kick the queen. Knight d2 to f3, is that pointless, or the queen goes back there? If there's a knight on f3, and then there's bishop g4. So basically I think, okay, g6 to try and not get mated immediately. This to kick the queen. Again. I think the queen's unfortunate there, actually. Can't I just take the queen and then maybe take with the rook or the pawn? That is a passed pawn. If I take that, if I take with the rook, I mean, there might be other advantages. Okay, I'll take with the pawn. I didn't expect this bonus. Anyway. Okay, actually I've got a nice knight on f4 there. If I have potentially this diagonal. Okay, potentially. Let's pretend c6 for a moment. Although I'm unsure of this move. In fact, okay, knight e5 is probably threatened, so let's interrupt this bishop for a moment. If knight a5, rook b8, bishop a8 is. I think he could be after this pawn. Bishop a8. Okay. Well, there is knight b4, but then there's a3. Maybe back to e7. Am I being too greedy here? My pieces are passive. The rook's passive. Okay, I can kick this though. Oh, well, that's a good one. But there's a recent rook here. I can play rook d8, threatening a back row mate. I think that does look like back row mate. Okay, can I not take on b2? I mean, taking on, yeah, that a pawn is going to be potentially dangerous. On the other hand, I've got this e pawn to push. Here, bishop e4, rook e2 hits the rook and the bishop, which is probably okay. Is there anything else to consider here? Doubling. Okay, so e3 or c6. e3 really trying to tempt bishop e3 for rook e2. So here, yes, that pawn is dangerous. I think I just want to play c6 and rook d1, except in the case of bishop f3. Oh, there's also, hang on, there's rook a2. Oh, there's also bishop c3. I've just realised actually bishop c3 if I want to unblockade. So bishop c3 here. So am I... Okay, okay, king f2, bishop takes. Yeah, thanks. Interesting. A Spectra. Okay. Do I want to pre-move that? Do I? I'm not sure. Maybe knight f6 here. King's engine. Okay, so King's engine. Right. Benoni-ish. Right. How about bishop f5 here? Isn't that annoying? Bishop d3, I take queen b2. Aha. Isn't annoying knight e4? Because if it takes bishop b2... Or maybe even better is... Okay. Well, that's interesting. Taking off that surely is a nice thing to happen to get the dark square bishop. Although I've just realised, didn't he have g4? This bishop needs a reverse gear sometimes. I don't know if g4 was interesting. That looks like a bit stereotypical, but sometimes it's useful. If I went, if queen c7 to d7 for bishop takes h3, is that ridiculous? I don't know if the queen's really doing much on b6 right there. Anyway. So, yeah, okay, taking, yep. Aha. And if I went queen d7, aha. King g7 threatens bishop f4 without this check. Knight e4, king g7. Okay, so knight e4, king g7 would seem an idea for bishop f4. Oh, hold on. That's queen c3 check. I haven't really, yeah. I wonder queen f6, if knight e4, queen h4, queen f6, queen f6. So queen h4, if queen g5, I think I would take for bishop f4, forking. If rook takes, it leaves that fork. He wouldn't want to do queen g5, surely. I think, yeah, taking, and then bishop f4. Am I threatening? Maybe I'm threatening bishop f4 here. No, there's always this check. I keep thinking, this weakness of the last move overhead. You can't have everything and keep everything at the same time sometimes. So, no, this diagonal. Bishop d4. Bishop d4. Mind you, he's just closed up c3. Therefore, there's no queen c3. Bishop f4 is on here. Is bishop f4 on? It looks as though it's pretty lucrative. Bishop f4. It is like the bishop without the counterpart after winning it earlier with that knight takes d2, running rampant without a counterpart. Yeah. In fact, to consider, I mean, rook takes, maybe just rook takes, because if bishop takes, no, I think that's probably okay as well. Actually, takes, just taking the queen. Okay, so where does the queen go? d3. I think I'd take on c1. Okay. I think I just take that. Unless there's anything better. And double. Oh, there was queen c4, I just noticed now. f6. f6. Right. I think winning this centre pawn is risky because the knight takes d6 after. So I'll just put the queen. I'll try and improve the queen actually. Queen to e5 for a moment, which might support b5 at some point. Again, not here because I'll need queen e4, there's queen f6. I have to support f6 as well before b5 might actually be a move of interest. Even I don't think so actually, because no, don't think so. That d6 is always a problem. What do you do? Just wait for a moment. Wait. Oh. Okay. I think he's actually achieved something useful there to close in my rooks. I'm being a bit silly with my rooks. I don't want that. Okay. Okay. Yes, this b5, I think he's wanting me to play b5, I suspect. I don't need to do that necessarily. Or maybe with preparation, explicit preparation. Aha. There is an Achilles heel of this. My king could go to b4 and b3, as we've seen in this neural network game I covered not too long ago on my channel, where these dark square weaknesses are basically a king route, if nothing else. I think I can get my king to... Okay, it's a long-term plan, but I think it's possible. Thanks. Yeah, there's more work to do there. Jetzel, hi, Jetzel. I'll try e4. And knight f3. He's closed this bishop. Alright, so we have this weird French defense I didn't really want to get, maybe. Being tricked in the opening here. Is there this knight's in front of the c pawn, so I've been tricked to have a bad French defence, it seems. Unless I'm really playing d takes. I think the old Nimzovich recommendation of surrendering the centre to try and replace occupation with pawns is needed here, because the knight's blocking in this pawn anyway. I can't maintain my pawn chain that easily in this case. So playing d takes seems about e5 over protection. If you're a fan of Nimzovich, e5 over protection. Okay, so h4. Queen e2 or b4. Queen e2 here. Maybe. Is it? I don't know if h5 is. Maybe that's something for en passant. It also means like rook h3 to g3. Try and put pressure. If rook g8, bishop h6 sometimes. The benefit of overprotection is that I don't lose e5 immediately. If the queen's protecting e5, it frees up the bishop a bit more for bishop h6. So if rook g3, rook g8, bishop h6. Or, in fact, there, bishop h7, rook moves rook g7. Okay, so knight a4 here is that plausible, knight a4? Aha. This a6 pawn is hanging. I think I'm tempted to take that. On queen a5, bishop takes b7. I mean, bishop takes b7. Queen, okay. I mean, I could look at this again for a moment. Queen a5. Surely bishop takes. If check, bishop d2. Okay. So if I played bishop b5 here, I'm strengthening potential pinning e5 over protection. If I'm pinning one of these knights, e5 has been a bit strengthened indirectly. I think if you run out of pieces to overprotect, you start undermining the pieces that are protecting on the opponent's side or pinning them. So this grip on e5 should be gaining in grip a little bit. Queen a5, bishop d2. I don't think I'm losing material just yet. Bishop d2, the bishop is being held. If I castled queen c2, is that dangerous? I can't castle really, it's not a legal move. What about knight d4 instead, actually? Coming to think about it. There's no queen c3 because that rook's holding c3 as well as the knight. Knight d4, I think. In fact, rook c3 is on the cards. Or king f1, just getting my king a bit safer. That grip is more evident here, that there's no knight e5 here because of that pin. Rook c3 might be interesting. Taking always liberates that bishop though. Rook d1 here might be good for that d file, I would hope. Aha. Bishop takes d7, I guess, isn't doing anything. Bishop a6 and then knight c3. Unless there's something stronger. Actually, it looks as though knight d5 and e6 might be a good breakthrough with the king in the centre. If my king wasn't on this diagonal especially. The queen's hanging here, isn't it? Alright, thanks for the game, Jetzel. Okay, De Hanker. I'll play knight c3 just for maximum confusion. Okay, so now I'll go here and d3 probably d3. Is it possible that I play? That's tempting d4 really. He's really tempting me for d4. Oh, I can't resist. Okay, b4 knight e2 now. If I castled, is that terrible? If I just gave up that one, because otherwise c4 is a pain. Am I getting tricked into a bad version of a Sicilian here? e5 looks as though a Greek gift might be threatened. Okay. a4, b4, knight e2 gives me the c4 square at least. I'd probably want to go to e2, right? Knight g3, bishop c4. Was that? I don't know if that's. Is that useful? Okay, so bishop c4 here. Don't think anything's too crumbly right now. Bishop c4. If the rook moves knight f5. Alright, this diagonal's dangerous, I see. Okay, okay, that's nasty. Queen e2 or queen d3. Maybe queen d3 sometimes threatens knight f5. Any knight takes, g takes, knight d4 could be a right pain. Yeah. King g2, queen h4. How would I get out of trouble here? Knight e1 looks a bit passive, but it doesn't invite the queen in for dinner or my doubling of the pawn. So I think knight e1 might actually be interesting here. Holds g2. Probably preferred to queen d3. Queen d3 can be played without threatening anything. No, he's holding f5 quite well. Maybe queen d3, bishop e3 is something to do. Okay, so queen d3 for bishop e3. Is that something? If it was, it's not there now. It seems a little bit passive, this position. So, yeah. Is that threatening anything? Can I play A5 here? Oh, the lineup. Queen E2. Oh, getting passive here. Okay, don't like this. Trying to protect G2. How would this pressure be resolved, fought against? Okay, what's the G5? Oh, it gets worse. Okay, G5. G5, interesting. Oh, man. Okay, okay. This looks... Oh, knight h5 for f6. If f3 g takes, if I can get to play knight f6, I blunt things a bit. I don't know if he plays f3 anyway. Okay, knight h5. I just want to blunt things a bit with knight f6. Right, do I have a chance for bishop e3 here? And knight f6. Queen g4 might be dangerous. b3 might be handy. Queen g4 to drive the knight back. Knight g6. Otherwise there's rook g8. I think I have to drive the knight back while I've got a chance. Because rook g8 builds up more pressure on g2. This bishop's hanging though. Bishop d3 maybe. Bishop d3 or bishop e2 for bishop f3. It's scary. Queen c. Okay, yeah, it's on this play. It gives me rook g3 to knight g3 stuff after rook h6. f7's king g7. I'll just get rid of this guy. queen f3 for queen a8. I just lost material for nothing. Pre-move time. Oh, crikey. We're talking 0.5. Whoa. Oh. Yeah, it's relentless pressure, and I felt like okay, just a survival victim, a survival. So the name of the game, I don't know. Okay, could have gone anyway. Yeah, anyway there. Yeah, no control. Well played. I take that guy out and then f5 to try and hem in the bishop. Otherwise this f5 gets pretty dangerous probably. f5 is liberating for white, that bishop and the rook, and threatening f6 pawn pawn. This position, d5 is sealed up, otherwise there'll be tactics potentially. Alright, queen h4 looks interesting, rook f3. Oh, that still looks interesting. This blockade looks interesting against the bishop. I think queen h4 and rook e8. Can I get away with... Actually, queen d7 looks like... This pawn's actually also under pressure, I've just realised. It's an interesting move, queen g4. Alright, I'll abandon my a pawn, I think. Okay. Okay. G takes maybe. It locks that bishop in, but this pawn's going. If I double rooks. In the meantime, is there something on g2 if the queen gets on that diagonal? Rook e2, rook a7, queen f7. I think rook a2 is plausible for rook c2 anyway, let alone g2. But this, I don't know, rook f3 to g3. Is that, with the bishop locked in, it shouldn't be that dangerous, surely. This diagonal is dangerous for picking out a rook, potentially. Queen, okay, so queen, or just double the rooks here. I think just double the rooks. Queen f7, that pawn's hanging. I think the bigger point is to encourage rook a7 weakens the back row a bit. And also it means queen g7 hits g2 and stops bishop c3. So I think bishop b2, rook a7, queen g7. Yeah. Rook g1. And there's bishop d4 there on rook g1. Actually, that forks both rooks. So if you imagine rook a7, queen g7 threatens mate, rook g1, bishop d4, double attacks both rooks. So key move here, I think, queen g7, queen c4 check, d5. I'm not sure that makes too much difference. Queen e2, just in case. No, I don't think so. So bishop d4 coming up on rook g1 on g3. Queen h6 maybe for h2. h4. Okay. Well, I could play maybe bishop d4 here, so that I can play queen g4 after without rook g1 pinning my queen. Well, he might sack an exchange with rook c7. I could ignore that with queen g4. Of queen d4, queen g2. So basically bishop d4 seems lucrative here to play queen g4 without rook g1. Okay, I think I'll try that. Okay. Well, there is... Oh, I didn't see that. That's really... I can play rook h2 though for rook a8. That weakens his king a bit. Without queen e2. Get a pawn... Go right here. Threatening rook e2. Is rook e2 anything here? Oh, I'll just get the queens off, I think. No, it's all gone. The attack's all gone. If I had an attack... Have I got any plan here? Oh, okay, I have to break up these pawns before they're two connected massive pass pawns. That's the responsibility. Yeah, that was... I couldn't see... That was a brilliant move, Rook A8. That really took the steam out of any attack, Rook A8. That's a brilliant move. Ralph Quast. Okay, 3-minute game. And G4. I mean, G4 as well. Didn't see G4. So, a 3-minute game. I'm going to attack F7. Okay, I'll try that. I'm hoping... Well, actually, no, okay. Any plan here? I don't seem to have much going on at the moment. Queen E3? Maybe just doubling on F-file. Okay, so G3, I've got that kind of form pawn though. So that makes Rook F8 more effectual. Doesn't that? Well, that Rook's hanging. Okay. Yeah. If I double... HG Queen G3. Rook H3. No, I don't know about because E6. Okay, thanks, Ralph. Yeah, that was interesting. Okay. I think this quiet system in the Vienna. So F4, F5. I think f5 is plausible here. Okay. There's a couple of things I don't like about this position. That knight on d4. On the other hand, okay. He's getting my bishop. Right. Try and activate the rook. Knight d5, is that of interest? It might be. Probably. To play c3. If I I don't know, knight. I'm not going to get that bishop, though, surely. Okay, I'm not getting that bishop. But c3 is the big perk, I think. G takes, knight takes. Okay, c3 was the big perk, I thought. CD, bishop f4. I might as well take this guy. I don't know if f6 is worth trying to close things. Then there's knight e4. Might be. f6. For knight e4. And any knight e4 he takes on d5. g5, h4, knight h1, knight e2, something like that. Maybe keep these rooks out of my king position. So knight e2, knight e2, plausible. Although knight h1 for f2 seems more interesting. I'll go knight h1. Rook h5, queen d2. This is, I think, even dropping off there. Don't think so. Is he going out on g5? I hope not rapidly. Can I kick that guy out? Bishop f3. Oh, queen h3. That's where knight f2 is handy here. It actually protects h3. On queen f5, knight e4 protects g5. So I'm hoping for maybe a bishop f3 here without queen h3. So knight e4 here protects g5. Right. Queen e2 or bishop f3. No, bishop f3 is queen h3. Okay. No, yep. Okay. Queen e2 for a moment. I'm looking at b5 for d4 sometimes. Okay. Is it possible to, okay, rook f2, this plan is really passive. Why would I want to play such a passive plan? Can I just leave that situation there and go for the a file? So rook a1 maybe. This a file, surely something brewing over here. A file. I'm going to give that knight d4 again. Mind you, I have knight on e4. I have b4 coming later. It might actually be worth it to play b4. With rook b1, b4. Rook b1, b4, or b4 straight off the bat. Rook b1, b4. Rook fb1, b4. ab1, I think. He's challenging my rooks. Okay, I play b4 here. Is he taking? Well, the knight's nice. That knight's nice as well. Can I double on the b file here? Or play for d6? Or rook takes b7, knight d6, knight f7. There's a lot of pawns. Opens up the bishop. I think I'll go with this. It looks lucrative. Gets a load of pawns. Opens up the bishop. d6 is threatened when you rook. And the pawn bites the dust. And yet another one could bite the dust. Okay, no, the fun ends there. Okay, knight g4. Okay, so a file again. Rook a6. King c7. Isn't he just losing a rook here, potentially? On king c7. So he goes there. Right. d6 is... let's just check. He goes to e8 for a moment. Hold on a sec. So this position with d6... is that mostly harmless? I'll try it. Oh. Hang on, he could have just won a piece, couldn't he? Couldn't he have just done rook g2? Oh, blimey. 12 seconds. Eight. Five. Yes, I think I've lost. Well played. Uh-oh. Okay. Yeah, I thought I had a load of pawns there at one point. Yes, I should have. I thought that was going to be absolutely over, but it wasn't. Oh, well played. Santi. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think we'll go to the next challenge. I haven't. Okay, I'll just abort this or something. Yep, abort. Okay. Yes, trying to provoke the dark square weaknesses. Yeah, I'll go for the standard hack attack with queen c8, I think. Yeah, there's knight g1 on bishop h3 and knight f4. There's knight g1. Although here it looks as though it's getting really dangerous. If I take there. Again, it looks as though it might be dangerous. Although there's always like queen f3. Maybe it's not yet because there's queen f3. But this looks interesting. For rook g6. Or knight g2, bishop h3. As just g5 maybe. I probably should get this rook in the game if there's nothing immediate now, which probably there isn't. So king e7, rook a8, get this rook round there. Let's make way for the rook. Alright, okay. I don't want to use up the h4 square. I'll just rather allow queen h4. So queen g8, the rook comes over. Yes. Aha. So rook g3, queen g7 and rook g8. Okay, no, actually maybe better is to treble, ASAP, treble. So there's no bishop h3 right now, but the queen is having to hold the rook, is that? Now it appears that's weakened g1. Bishop h3 appears to be pliable. Bishop d7, rook g3 gives me, well, there's an h pawn here. Hold on a sec. Am I leaving that there? Or playing bishop d7? I'm playing bishop d7. Probably. Bishop d7. Oh, h3, yeah, rook b7, h3. That looks good. More pressure. Okay, that's a pain. I think I have to get rid of that. h3 coming up. I believe here h3. Okay, there's queen a7, or there's rook d7. Oh, there's queen d7 anyway. Okay. If rook d7, I don't have to take with the king. I mean, queen a7. I could take with the queen. If g takes, queen takes. I mean, queen h2. It's limiting possibilities here. Queen f3, rook g2. There might be some fun stuff going on. Well, here it looks as though fg is fun stuff. For queen e4. Okay, this check. Maybe it doesn't matter in circumstance. King e8, check, king f7, check, king g6. I think the checks run out because the thing is queen e4 is tempting. Okay, I think that's too dangerous because queen e4 looks very dangerous. Okay, thanks for the game. Okay. Hang on, I think we've played before. Have we? I think we might have. I think I have to give everyone else a chance, even if that is really strong. FM here, out for my blood. Bloodzy, he hasn't played me yet. Okay. Yeah, I think we played earlier. Okay, hi Shelling. Okay. Oh, okay, okay. I think there wasn't an IM playing on me with this, winding me up with this. Was this a mouse step, or I don't really know if he's intentionally done this opening. Is it swapping the king and queen or something? Okay, anyway, maybe not. I need all the help I can get. Yeah, thanks. I really need all the help I can get. Okay, it doesn't want a castle. This is Kramnik's no casting rules. But I've castled actually. Maybe that invalidates the experiment. Okay, because I've actually castled boringly. I know, boring. Okay. Queen e7, is he waiting for b5 and bishop a3? Okay, maybe he is. Am I going to f4 or something? There's g3, I guess. Queen e7 is plausible here. With the king in the centre, I don't know about him taking on e5. Does it just expose his king a bit? I'm letting him get away with murder. Am I? I don't know. Maybe he's got weaknesses though, even if his king manually castles. G6 and F5. I'm creating some weaknesses myself, though. Now, maybe this is a bad idea. Knight G4, H5. It was a bad idea. And this, it does seem like bad. Dropping H6, yes. F5. Oh, there's knight F6 winning my queen. Okay, this is an interesting queen sack. Didn't really intend that, but maybe it's interesting anyway. For a moment. Bishop takes D5. This is getting horrible. This looks very bad indeed. I don't think there's anything to do here. Apart from for the queen sack, I don't know. It's actually winning my queen after knight E4. Yeah. Okay, knight D4, trying to complicate something. This does not bode well. Yes, I think I'm getting mated now after knight F7. I'll put it on, yeah, put it on the board then. Go on, knight F7, put it on the board, well played. Oh, disaster. Okay. What's the jam? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I think there might be time for another challenge. Friedel. Will I be fried by Friedel this week? There was this, I thought it was a premature resignation last week in an attacking position I got from this, so I'll try that again anyway. I thought, maybe it was interesting anyway. I kind of like this Grand Prix attack sometimes. I'm tempted with this pawn sack. If I let the bishop win a pawn there, just because then I have that light square pressure. This pawn sack here. Knight G5 or knight D4. Knight G5. I was expecting just a straight win of a pawn. Okay, that was the point though, to get the light square bishop. And knight takes and f takes looks remarkably interesting, although I don't know. Okay, maybe it's interesting. Rook f7, possibly, or queen g4. Rook f7 looks fascinating, or queen g4. I don't know. I don't know if this is. I don't know. Is this good? So queen g4 here looks interesting. Right, so queen h5. That's one of the things about the king in the center. Queen h5 lurking around here. Okay, queen h5. Actually, I don't know if there's an easy defense here. Knight e2, I might actually ignore that. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, I don't know. What does the engine think? I think that was maybe a step too far. I shouldn't really. I was just curious, just for a moment. No, I think that was a step too far. Yeah, okay, bishop g5, and maybe white's got some chances anyway. It's interesting. What is going on there? Okay, it's interesting. Is there time? Is there a quick challenge? No. Okay, just one more 5-minute game then. Yes, exotic knight c3. Yeah, I think if you're 2200 on a published list, yeah, I think you get this even retrospectively. If you're yeah, you should check retrospectively if you were 2200 or something at some point. A question on the thing. So bishop a2 and castling. Okay. f5, bishop g5. Or is it a step too far? I mean, it might be a step too far because the e5 square. Knight e5, I don't know, queen g3, knight h5, queen h4. It's a bit of a trade-off move, that. It does give me now bishop g5 though to play with. All right. Okay. Yeah. No, I don't like this structural attack. Is a bit scary, isn't that? Okay, Queen H4. So Bishop E7, is that if G5, Queen H5? Is Bishop E7 actually, is it plausible? It looks plausible to me to play Bishop E7, I think. So F6, F6, or could I do better with FG? There's always knight G6, F Queen H5. Oh, I think F6 is not too much hassle, I suspect. To follow up with G4, for example. G4. Okay, okay. Here, G4 still might be on. D4 might be on because of that F7. If I can nudge that knight, F7. D4. D4 may be the way to go. If you didn't notice, there's a Black Friday thing on the site for like 40. It's here. I can see it, but you can't because of the screen. But save 40% on premium. There's a Black Friday code BF2019 to check out. So I recommend checking that out. I don't know if any of you bought any stuff on so far on this thing. Okay, so B takes here. Yeah, so code BF2019. You can challenge the likes of Magnus Carlsen and stuff. And stuff and other brilliant players. Okay. And you got access to loads of other stuff, I think, as well as premium member. So check that out. It's 40% off premium at the moment. So D4 is incoming. Will he play C5? If he plays C5, G4 maybe. The thing is, knight F6. I'll set that off. Yeah. Queen E7. Okay. D4 here, or ED. Okay. Or G4. There's nothing horrendous, is there, about... G4 is a bit airy for my king. Maybe to save accidents. I'm being a bit cautious here with G4. Okay. I don't know. I can't see the refutation. I can't see it. There is Queen E7. Maybe there's Rook AF1. That's the thing. Right. So protect. Okay. Now maybe d4. That's a point, really. Okay. Queen. Maybe queen f2. Queen f2 here. Just snap this off. That is good. Yes. I'll check. All right. Thanks. All right. Yeah. Fun games there. Thanks. Okay. Yeah. Have a rest. Have a nice rest for the rest of the Sunday. Have a nice day. Have a nice week. Check out this, BF2019 voucher code. Mega 40% off. Okay, until next time. Thanks very much.